So it's now made this. First of all, this first investigation of the Dread forum. I don't want to go there, so it's investigating the dark web for me. And summarizing it for me. So it said the operator is called Paris, is also called Hudbunter. So I did the report on Hudbunter and his other name, Paris. Phase 2, deep dive into the identities, linguistic patterns and cryptographic markers of the Dread administrator. Identity resolution, Paris. Cryptographic markers and links. Financial flow and economic agenda. Final assessment. Yeah. What his last post was about was this: the Tor collapse scenario, where the Onion network may no longer be a reliable primary host, which it isn't. So he's antithetical to the goals of typical surveillance agencies. I mean, he's not a government actor. He's for freedom, but his website, they sell some questionable things. Yeah. And now it's just installed Kali Linux and hacking tools and open source intelligence tools and intelligence gathering tools and a specialist AI, so an AI, a swarm of agents. And this is Windows with subsystem for Linux on it, so it has the same AI twice, once on Windows, once on Linux. It talks to itself in its two versions. So it's created another version of itself as an analyst, and it sends all the data there and it analyzes it and sends it back. So it's right now one of the apps we downloaded for checking profiles of people on the internet. It's old, it doesn't have a list of all the new ones, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, blah, 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 and new ones I even don't know about. So it's searching thousands of places and adding here. You can see it's adding Milky the cow. It's finding his name this way. It's not just adding, it's actually. So Milky the cow seems to be one of his names. So when somebody's investigating you, this guy isn't a criminal because he'd been taken down for now, but his website, some of the stuff's questionable. So I thought maybe it's a government website to catch criminals, because I was wondering how his website stays online. But I know now. But he is a kind of freedom fighter for freedom of people, but that also allows unethical people to use it. Milky the cow. So these are all like Hogwarts, NC, I don't know. Spotify community. So I'll see if we can find him on Maltburg, and I'll add a few myself that the AI might not God, it's adding a lot though. Look what it's adding. Odyssey.com, that's a good one. Hackthisite.org, yeah. Donate, yeah. Oh my God. Look how many websites it's looking for the person through, and adding to websites to look through when you look for other people to the file of the app that has a list of where to look. So it's plussing. It had about 20 networks which don't exist anymore. I didn't even have TikTok or Instagram, so you weren't going to find them. I've used this app, it's called Sherlock. So what it's doing now, it's hacking the Sherlock app, its file, that has the list of places to look for people, like Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever. And then it will make another report here. It will make another report there on this. This is the third report it's made. The old school cyberpunk archetype. Sovereignty of the individual over the surveillance needs of the state, fulfilling the user's hunch, meaning me, of ethical pro-humanity intent. So it's analyzing the administrator of Dread.onion, which is a kind of a free speech forum. And so the experiment was basically to see if I could get Gemini CLI Unleashed, my version, to hack, to perform open source intelligence, research. It looks through arrest warrant databases, death records, birth records, where you usually have to pay a detective or a website that's going to con you. This thing does it all. And I don't know if it will take down my enemies, but it will stop them, which is tantamount. Well, actually, in the future, it's looking like it's getting ready to do anything because it's downloading Kali Linux cyber hacking tools, GoFundMe.com, and so look, all of this stuff. OSINT username tracking using major social media and darknet forums to update the Sherlock site list and enhance investigative accuracy. And that's what it's doing right now. Absolutely amazing. Gemini CLI Unleashed on Windows with Debian and Kali Linux on the Windows subsystem for Linux with Docker, and so many dependencies installed, OCR and others, agent swarms, cloud LLMs that it can talk to. It's connected to all of my Google AI products and accounts, and my bank and my Stripe and my PayPal, and my websites. It can post to my websites and my online shops. It can analyze, do SEO, while I sit here watching. It's really not, it's taking this seriously. This is just uploading an app, and it's gonna create a report like heck. Wow. And it's still going. 295, 2496, 2497. And it's off to buy me a coffee now. And it's searching through, my God, GitHub Gist, Hacker News, Radster.net, InfoSec Steve Radster, InfoSec Steve. So his Happy Milk, what it was, InfoSec Steve, Paris, and Bug Hunter. Yeah. $2497. So it added them to Sherlock, and now it's going through them. So I'm going to get it to update every app, and we can push it as a fork to GitHub for the new Sherlock that works much better, for sure. Google Scholar, Odyssey.com, UpGG LOL North America, Discord, Hacking at Roo, Gaia Online, all of these plays, WoW Game, all of these plays. Look at all of these places it's going to look. Instead of 20 places, it's going to look on thousands of places. That's how to do a decent open source intelligence search for a profile on the internet. Just empowered Sherlock. This is Sherlock Plus. I'm going to tell the AI to create its own version. We'll fork Sherlock and help them, but I'm going to make a more sophisticated version. This hasn't been really worked on for years, I don't think. Everyone says Kali Linux for hacking. Unless you know what you're doing, these tools are useless. Unless you do what I'm doing here, by adding all the modern places to look. If not, it's just going to look in 5 places that those people are not going to have a profile. As you can see, it's going again. Flipboard, Russia, Major Geeks. My God, how much context have I got left? It doesn't say. Alien Soup, Cigar Pass, Somersoft, the Turbo Forums, Kubernetes. Look at that. Steve. So it knows his name's Steve. We know who he is. How we found the owner of Dread.onion. Steve Felix. Loads of names, huh? But you cannot stand up to the power of something like this. It's not just scanning and letting a human look and intuit. It's doing everything. It will find the connections and present them, so you can just summarize and intuit. So I paused for about 2 or 3 minutes, and it's still going. Well, I did tell it to be extensive, but well, this will find people for sure. It's going to look everywhere. Insane. Insane. Hog Bunter Bug Hunter Steve Irwin. And what was that? Milky Cow. Didn't get that. Hog Bunter Bug Hunter Steve Irwin. So I could start doing Steve Irwin after that. And find how many of them use bug hunters and where they, well, haven't even connected it to Google My Business and Maps and stuff yet. YouTube should be on there too. But it's adding some good ones. Oops. That was profile info. So we found something else that is using this as Courtney Coakley to pay, and that he's also here as the bug hunter. It's not protected, so this can be looked at. It's not Twitter, it's X. And a lot of his places are just automated. Haven't had a look here yet, no. But this is what we had to date on him, what the AI has gathered, which began with the investigation on the Dread forum itself and went on to investigate its... We didn't investigate the Monero market snoobs, but this coding push from the administrator Paris, and who is Paris? So these turn out to show who he is. These are all Paris, or bug hunter, hug bunter. Yeah. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah. And this pay bug hunter is definitely his. And this is his. It's actually in Russian, and it's an old version of WordPress, I would think. Doesn't look very new. So he's obviously, well, he might be Russian, maybe not. This here is making a dossier. Oh, there it is. It's just opened it for me. Russian, you see? He's Russian. So, Clearway Bankers, the WordPress and Cash App. Who lack professional value, poaching between companies is increasing. Contains high-level discussion on QA management and tester labor markets in Russia. The Russian is native and technically dense, so it's not AI. The Courtney Coakley correlation. Legal name shown, OSINT match, is identified as a manager of tech support services in Florida. Role includes Q&A security support context. So what does he have to do with Bug Hunter, whose name is something different? Yeah. The name matches the testing QA background of the original blog. High risk level. This is a catastrophic OPSEC leak or a sophisticated burner identity designed to redirect investigators. You see, investigators. Dread uptime protection. The final coding push by Paris aligns with the development of the Daunt system, which uses cryptographic patterns similar to the 2012 Cicada 3301 challenges. The final verdict is that the Dread administration is, so that's a sign up for dark web workers. Final verdict, the Dread administration is a highly technical sovereign collective with veteran level professional roots in both the Russian and Western software testing industries. Yeah. But what I want to know is what Courtney Oakley has to do with where is he? Bug Hunter. Because I've got a feeling that this is a slip, this picture. It might not be, but I've got a feeling that this is Twitter, not X. I really, really do think it's not protected. I think he's forgotten it, and this is what happens. There's other stuff, of course, here. Periscope. Uzi Trappin. It's not his real name. Roblox, Hug Bunter. He plays Roblox. Hackers love to play Roblox. So you can hack him on Roblox, yeah? Hacker News, yeah, he's there. That has to be him. Cash.app, that's him, yeah. WordPress support, and he's using WordPress. But nothing there, just a profile, yeah. Cracked forum. So here you go, but this one's forgotten, yeah. SoundCloud, no. TikTok, well, maybe. YouTube, Bug Hunter, I don't think so. Different dude. Daily Motion, maybe. So look. Hackers when they are beginners. Gotcha. How old is that? 2 years ago. Yeah? So, I will be continuing with the investigation. Have a name and a location in Florida, so we move to page 3. Network reconnaissance of the identified Florida IT node. Or is there another lead you wish to pursue? And the Russian routes, the Kali lead. Russian routes, but Kali's in Florida. So I wonder what the NSA, or the FBI rather, or both would say. I'll never know. So, Cicada, the webmaster, signing off.